Turn on my mic here. All righty, we'll call the meeting of the Board of Equalization for County Madera to order. First item on the agenda is Pledge of Allegiance. Everybody join me. Ready? Salute. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Amen. Next item is the public comment. This time we allow somebody who would like to address the board on items relative to the board that's not on the agenda. Seeing no one in the audience, we'll move on to the consent calendar. The consent calendar, I need to take items 4J through 4M off of the consent calendar, and we'll renumber those 5 C, D, E, F, and G. And with that change, I'll entertain a motion to approve the remaining items on the consent calendar, which are all notices of withdrawal.
I so move.
I second.
Have a motion and second. All in favor signify by saying aye.
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 So carried. Next item is our hearings. Hearing 5A is for Adrian Street to Riverside. The approval minutes I thought was in the consent calendar.
Okay, yeah, excuse me.
The hearing for Adrian Street to Riverside MHP LLC 15R032. We have a stipulated assessed value executed by this applicant. The stipulated value is for assessor parcel 065-080-028, appeals item number 15R032, shows a final land value of $150,000, final structure value of $750,000, final personal property value of $20,000, for a total enrolled value of $920,000. Stipulation is executed by the applicant and Madera County Assessor. Any questions? If not, we'll entertain a motion.
I move that we accept the stipulated value of $920,000 for the appeal number 15R032 as stated.
I second that.
Okay, we have a motion and second before us. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? So ordered. Item 5B is a hearing for Mike Rodriguez. Item 15R057. We received on October 27, 2016, actually received it in the office on November the 2nd, a request by the applicant to withdraw their appeal. It's signed in our packet. So, you have any opposition to that, Mr. Austin?
Mike Austin for the assessor's office. No, we do not have a copy of it, but I will get a copy from the board. Do you? Appreciate it. Thank you.
Okay. Entertain a motion to accept it and acknowledge the withdrawal.
I move that we acknowledge the withdrawal for application number 15R057. Mike Rodriguez.
Okay.
I second.
Have a motion and second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All opposed? So ordered. Let's see. If I go back here to we'll take the one entitled 5J first here. All of these are stipulated values. We just need to get them into the
You mean 4J?
Yeah,
4J.
excuse me. You're right. We put it back on the agenda as 5C. This is an application that was submitted by George and Lavina Graves, trustees, for assessment parcel 070-330-072, appeal number 15R003. The stipulated value executed by the parties shows a final land value of $260,000, final structure value of $265,000, for total enrolled value of $525,000, and the documents executed by the parties, including the assessor. Entertain a motion.
I so move that we accepted the value of the George and Lavina Graves trustee 15R003 as a total value of $525,000 as agreed upon.
I second that.
I have a motion, a second. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? So ordered. Item 5K, which the 5D, is an application by Brian Fernandez. It's on assessment parcel 093-370-006. It's appeal number 15R021. The final land value is $35,000. There's no, it's vacant land, so the total enrolled value is $35,000. The stipulation has been executed by the assessor and the party. Entertain a motion.
I move that we approve the stipulation for Brian Fernandez, item number 15R021, total assessed value of $35,000.
I second.
Okay, we have a motion, a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed? So ordered. Next item is application for Vox Home Storage LLC, item 15R048. Is for parcel number 013-250-001. The final land value is $350,000. Final structure value is $408,000. Personal property value is $2,000, for a total enrolled value of $760,000. And the stipulation is executed by the applicant and the county assessor. Entertain a motion.
Yes, I move that we approve the stipulated value of Vox Home Storage LLC 15R048 for the total assessed value of $760,000.
I second that.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? So carried. Nothing to do with this. Let's see. This was a withdrawal. Okay, the next item on there is consideration and approval of the 2017 Assessment Appeals Board meeting schedule. Which it looks like we have the first Thursday of every month from January through December of 2017. Does that work for everybody?
Yes.
With the
With the exception
exceptions of July and August.
Yeah. Except for the Wally World time.
That's right. Somebody's going to go on vacation.
Okay, so we have we're going to put on the calendar 10 meetings for the year of 2017, which will be January through June, resuming in September through December. And the date will be on the first Thursday of each month. So, and we have the option of calendaring additional meetings should they become necessary. Is that agreeable to everybody? Do we need a motion on this, ma'am, or is this just a notice information? Do you need a motion for this, or do you?
Yes.
Okay. We'll entertain a motion to set these meeting dates.
Yes, I move that we approve the 2017 Assessment Appeal Board scheduled meetings as written.
I second that.
Okay, we have a motion second before us to set the calendar for Assessment Appeals Board for 2017. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? So ordered. I don't see anything else lurking. Just for clarification, in December, Sarah was asking me, we want to make sure we're all on the same page. We're going to bring back 3 different deals. One's digital TV, and one's consolidated, and one's certainty. We wanted to bring them to the agendas in 2 in December, or 1 in December and the others in January. Is that?
What I'm thinking about, and we discussed this, I think, last month. We'd like to bring Constellation Brands, which is Canandaigua, and I have a schedule of all the open appeals, and we haven't talked to, the board has not talked to the attorneys for the applicant and the assessor's office, and so I think it's appropriate to have them come here and discuss where they're at with the lawsuits and where they're at with all of the appeals. We have like 20 years worth of appeals.
Okay.
And so that's that one.
You want to do that in December or January?
We are doing that in December.
Okay, so that'll be on the December agenda.
Right.
And
have you sent them notice, Mike?
Huh?
Have you sent them notice of that?
We haven't yet. Well, wait a minute. I don't know. Have we?
No, and so that's why I am asking for clarification on because I was getting confused with the whole Constellation Brands being Canandaigua.
Oh, okay.
And so I was thinking I had 2 different ones, and then I'm like, well, because y'all are the names changed.
Yeah, they used to be Canandaigua, and then they changed
And now
the name
they're
to
Constellation Brands.
Same
Okay.
outfit, same company.
So one of my questions is, when they're noticed, are they noticed as they were on the appeal, whether they are
Constellation or Canandaigua?
right? And so I don't want to screw it up and say Canandaigua when at the time they filed the appeal, or I'm sorry, I got that backwards. I don't want to
put it Canandaigua in parentheses.
Constellation Brands.
Constellation Brands.
Yeah. Okay.
Vice versa.
Because the actual tax bill still goes out under Canandaigua. I think it's called Canandaigua West Incorporated, I think.
Well, so that's part of my question was exactly how do I address them, because I don't want it to be, a technicality, I didn't do it right, and then we can't have them on there. So I just want to make sure I get it right the first time.
I would say let's talk with our attorney.
First of all, this is just a status report, right?
This is just a status report.
We're just going to get a status.
Exactly.
And maybe take some scheduling actions depending on what happens.
Right.
Okay,
So
we need to write the notice, and I'll help you to address all those things so they know what's going on and what might happen.
Yes, please, because that was part 2 of my question is, what type of notice do I provide? Is it just at the agenda I give them 10 days in advance? Is it a personal letter? I mean, what is this notice supposed to look like?
I don't think we should wait 10
Yeah, I think we need to get it out as soon as we can.
I would say, Mike, why don't you send me and Sarah something that says, this is what we want it to be. I'll look at the language, we'll work out something that needs to be on there. I don't think we need to send a separate document for each of the 20 appeals.
I agree. I think we just need to send one.
Just list them all.
And I have a list of all of them,
Okay.
you know, and yeah, that's, I think, is what we need to do.
Okay,
Yeah.
we should do that, and we should also, I think, address the expectation we're looking for. We want you to come here and update this, not just, we'll call you, we don't want to show up. The meeting is for X.
Right.
We're not having a hearing, but the assessment.
We want a status update on the
Pending appeals.
pending lawsuits and the pending assessment appeals, and here all they are. And we need personal representation.
They need to be represented at the meeting.
Yeah.
Are we anticipating that the board might take some kind of action at that meeting? Set further hearings or do anything? Because if we
Well,
don't,
you know, the
we
thing
probably
is,
should tell them.
yeah, I think what we need to make sure is we need to say something like, we'd like to be updated at least every 6 months on this issue, because it's getting to the point where we have so many of these things out there. We need to be updated, you know, and I think what we need to do is just say, okay, you know, in June of 2017, we're going to have another status update, and in December of 2017, we're going to have another status update. And then basically, if you resolve it, then we want to have hearings.
Okay, my concern isn't the response you're going to get, well, we have this litigation and it's on appeal and we're still briefing. Thank you very much. And these other appeals, we've agreed we're not going to do anything until that case is resolved.
And that's probably what we're going to
status
get.
update. Yeah.
And that's probably what we're going to get.
Yeah.
Right.
So, I mean.
But at least we'll have something in writing.
But I guess that's true. But the board wants somebody here in the room, correct? Okay, we need to make that clear.
Right.
It doesn't mean we won't get a letter saying, here's the update, we're not coming.
Right.
We'll deal with that if that happens.
You know, I will make it very clear to our attorney, and she will contact their attorney. I'll make it very clear that we need both of the, you know, our side's attorney here, their side's attorney here, and we need to discuss this. And we're looking for schedules, we're looking for time frames. You know, when is this proposed lawsuit going to be heard or whatever?
Yeah.
That type of stuff.
I mean, I know from my own experience, it's not easy to tell when the Court of Appeals is going to do something. And it usually takes, it takes more than 2 years just to get a hearing.
Right.
Get the hearing once you've got the briefing done. So they're probably someplace in that.
Well, let me say
It
this way.
amazes me how long that process takes.
I know.
I just finished one of those 5 years in an appeal, and yet, we have a little issue about whether boys and girls can use the same bathroom. That's before the Supreme Court is on
Yeah,
appeal
just
right
do
now.
that.
How did you jump that 5-year window?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Whatever.
Yeah.
So
And see,
anyway,
this has been going on since 2001.
Okay, so
Okay,
Sarah, Mike's going to get the information to Mike, and
And Sarah.
then they will give you the language, and then you get the message out.
and so for more clarification, please, we're doing Constellation Brands in December,
Okay,
Right.
We've been talking about it.
Yes.
and then Certainteed in January.
We can't
Now
do.
we're going to certainty.
We can't
Nothing
do
on
certainty
certainty.
until we notice them 45 days. See, in regards to Canandaigua, we noticed them, I think, back in, I don't know, April, sometime back. And we told them we were going to have a status update in December. We told them that when he was here. Okay, and so basically they know, but in Certainty's issue, I have to schedule them for a hearing. I think I have 2015's open right now. And so at that point then we can say, okay, we want a status update in 3 months or whatever.
So right now then, my understanding is I do nothing with Certainty.
Yes.
We're
Okay,
discussing that right now, please. Let the board discuss it, okay?
yeah.
Right.
So we've discussed before about having them come in January. So now you don't want to do that.
I don't have a problem with them coming in, but with them, I think we need the 45-day notice.
Okay, so we need to look at February.
Yeah, and that's what I was thinking about, February on theirs. Yeah.
Okay, now, when we do this, are we looking for the same information
Yeah, status update.
of status update on this appeal they're doing?
Right.
And all the other years?
Yes.
Now, with them, we have that weird agreement where we jumped ahead and did some years, and we got some years behind that.
Right.
So we're going to try to get some clarity on how that's going to proceed, or are
Yes.
we comfortable with how that's going to proceed?
No, we need some clarity on that issue, too.
Okay, so the same thing, then you need to package that together, get it to Mike so he can review it, and then we'll get that to Sarah to decide how we're going to schedule.
Should we put that on the agenda for
We,
December?
we can
to
discuss it,
the
but we
certainty?
can't make a
Okay, so,
Why don't we just put it on for discussion on December
okay, so
agenda?
for December,
And let them know it's going to be discussed if they want to come. they
That's a
want
good
to
idea.
come.
Okay. we can
And
do
at that point, the board can adopt whatever schedule we want.
Right.
yeah, so you just put that on a regular schedule for discussion. And you don't need any other notices beyond that at this point,
Okay.
okay?
And then my final one is DirecTV. Is there any direction in regards to DirecTV?
We are still discussing their evaluation issues all years, and we have a hearing right now scheduled for all 4 years in December 1st, I think. And so as far as I'm concerned, I'm still going with December 1st.
Okay.
For when?
December 1st, 2016.
Because you have another, that's the hearing you're talking about? It's
That's
not another
actually-
one at the state. The state one's resolved.
The state is done. There's still a couple of counties, when we're one of them, that is still negotiating, talking with them, discussing issues.
Get it, as they say, get her done.
And that's where I'm at now. Hey, either have a hearing or stipulate.
Okay, so do we have sufficient time, Sarah, to get that on the December calendar, give them notice?
Well, if they were, I should have, for December 1st, I have already sent out 45-day notices for December 1st. So if DirecTV was in the system, then yes.
Yeah, we postponed them for 2 months to December 1st.
Okay, then they've been noticed.
Okay, so they'll be on your agenda as, just to give them notice of the agenda then.
Hold on, and I can look really quick. Agenda.
I recall us moving that to December. I don't, and at that meeting, I don't recall any, was the representative at that meeting? Or I don't recall one being there.
I don't think they were. I think there was a letter, if I can remember right.
Yeah. So the question is, what did we notify them of at that point?
I think Sarah just said she sent a 45-day notice for that, didn't she?
No, she sent the other ones. Those are the other ones.
Okay, so your board continued them to December.
Right. And there should be 4
They
people.
were previously, they were continued to December 1st, 2016. So their notice has already been supplied. They've received their minute order. That's all
Okay.
done.
Right.
All righty.
Okay, so let me make clear that what I'm going to do. First, we're going to send a letter to Michael and Sarah in regards to Canandaigua / Constellation Brands, discussing the issues about the status update of the lawsuit and the status update of all the associated assessment appeals.
Yeah, you tell us what you want, and then we'll work on it.
Exactly. And then secondarily, we're going to do the same thing with Certainty, and I will send them the same letter. I'll send you guys the same letter, and we want a status update in regards to the court case and the outstanding assessment appeals. And in regards to DirecTV, they're already noticed, so they're fine.
Correct.
Okay, I will do that today.
And so, but Certainty, you're aiming for what month?
Certainty, we're going for February.
February.
Because they need a 45-day notice.
I just want to know from.
Okay. Because if you look back at some of the Canandaigua's appeals, I think in like March or April, we all said that we wanted to talk to them in December. Okay.
Yeah, the difference between the two is, in December, we expect Ken and David people to show up here and talk about those things.
Right.
And we're going to send them a notice about what it is
Exactly.
we want to talk about.
And will there
For
be the same?
certainty, we're just going to talk about doing the same kind of system for them.
But that'll be on our agenda for December.
Right.
And we'll set a time for them to arrive.
Exactly.
Okay, that make sense?
Yes,
You got her done?
I am good
All
to
right.
go.
And
Thank
the assessor's
you.
office is good to go.
All righty. Anything we can do to confuse you?
No, not this time.
Okay. Well, we'd like to accommodate you if we can. All righty. Any comments from either board member? If not, we'll entertain a motion to go home.
I move that we adjourn.
I second.
Have a motion and a second for adjournment. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
We're adjourned.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Appreciate it.
Good.
Do you want these back? Or?
I don't need them because, yeah, you can talk to me.
We're going to have you just come in by video from now on.
Hey, mess around with that.
You like the court. You just
Hey, there's that Marco Polo app that's pretty cool.